Welcome. In today's class, we are exploring using props. When I'm teaching in a studio and I give props to people sometimes, some people want to use them and some do not want to touch them. So it's very individual, but there is nothing wrong in my book with using props. You can actually, they could be helpful. You can get into the pose easier. You can create more stability in the pose and more space. So if you don't want to do this class with props, that's totally fine too. And if you don't have the props here, go and get them. As I usually say when we start the class, seated cross-legged. You want to make sure hips are forward tilted, so you're not rounding your back. So today, excuse me, I'm using a big prop. So this is the bolster. If you have blankets you want to stack up or pillows, you can do that. And if you ever want to buy a bolster, there are different firmness, different thickness. Now, let's get started. So sitting in the front or at the front of the bolster or pillow here, tilting forward, rest your hands, maybe palms down if you want more grounding feeling, or if you want to receive, palms up. Take 2 cleansing breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through the mouth. One more. Just find stillness here. And if you want, concentrate on the third eye in between your eyebrows today. Relaxing your forehead. And if you prefer to follow your breath or do mantra, you can do that. Slowly start deepening and lengthening your breath. Starting your breath from your belly, moving it up through your rib cage to your chest. And when you exhale, just relax. Inhale, belly rises. And relax. 2 more breaths here. Nice cat-cow here. Inhale and exhale around your back. Tuck your chin. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale around again. Inhale up. Connect with your breath. Move with your breath in your own pace. You can always add an ujjayi breath, restricting the back of your throat and sound like the ocean. Two more breaths here. Come to neutral position. Extend your right leg out and point your toes, flex your foot a few times. You can draw circles, warming up your ankle, circle other direction. Let's switch legs, pointing, flexing. and circle. Other direction. And cross-legged again. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Side twist. Sitting tall. Looking back. Inhale up. And exhale. Other side. Starting to rain here again. It feels very soothing. And come forward, interlace your fingers, press your palms away from you. At the same time, pressing your shoulders back. Breathe here. Inhale, palms to the ceiling, shoulders away from your ears. Fingers and pillow or bolster away. Full force, align shoulders over wrists. Tuck your toes, bend your knees and press your hips back. Take a few breaths here with bent knees. Straighten your legs and come to down dog. So if you need to pedal out your legs, do that. Otherwise, you can move your hips from side to side, whatever feels good for you. And come to stillness in the pose. Maybe your heels on the floor. They're not, don't worry. You still want that V shape, so straight back. Take your right hand over to the left ankle on the outside and twist. Some of you may need to shorten your stand when you do this. Breathe. Right hand to the floor again and switch left side. Both hands to the floor. Up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward, and walk to the front of your mat. Feet hip width apart and roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, bending your knees. Inhale, arms out and up over your head, hands in front of your heart center. Feet hip width. Grab a hold of your left wrist. Ground in through your feet. Inhale and exhale, elongate from your waist and come over to the right side. Inhale up, switch hands. And come to the left side. Inhale up. Hands on your sacrum, so shoulder blades together here. Inhale and exhale, hips come forward. You can look forward or let your head hang back. And come up. Let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale, right side. Maybe the stretch gets a little deeper this time. And inhale, exhale, other side. Come up. This time, palms together over your head, standing in the front of your mat. And come back again, hips forward. Slowly come down, bend your knees, fold in half. Inhale, straighten your legs, look forward. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Big step back with your right foot. Right knee on the floor, low lunge. Pressing your hips forward. Front knee over the ankle. Arms up, shoulders away from your ears. So feel a nice stretch here in the front of your right leg, hip. Hands to the floor. Straighten the front leg and flex the front foot. Next, we are going to runner's lunge. So you will need your books or blocks if you want to use props. Otherwise, you don't have to use them. I'm getting my props. So if you want to use blocks or books, put them down here. Put your hands on them. Tuck your back toes. Back leg is straight. Spine is straight. Heart forward. Can be in stillness or maybe bounce up and down a little or back and forth. Maybe you feel more space in your body when you're up. From here, straighten your front leg. Some of you may even be able to flex the front foot here. Relax your head. Nice stretch at the back of your left leg. And runner's lunge again. Place the props away and come to high lunge. So back leg is straight. You're on the ball of the back foot here. Inhale and exhale. Spinal twist to the left side. Looking back. Hands to the floor. Plank. And come all the way down. Tops of the feet to the floor, about hip width apart, hands under your shoulders, elbows in, chin tucked. Inhale, come to cobra. So opening your collarbones, heart forward, look forward. And press back, child pose. Inhale, come forward, up dog. Press the tops of your feet into the floor, knees off the floor, shoulders aligned with your wrists. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale, come over your feet, over your toes to down dog. Up on your toes again, bend your knees, walk forward, or you can jump if you want to. Come halfway up, look forward, fingertips on the floor or hands to your shins. Fold in half. Inhale, reach out and up. Palms in front of your heart center. Let's do this again. Other side. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Big step back with your left foot. Left knee on the floor. Setting up low lunge. Arms up. Hands to the floor, straighten the front leg, flex the foot, and fold. And runner's lunge, with or without props. Straighten the back leg. Do whatever you did on the other side, maybe moving up or down, or side to side. Inhale and exhale, straighten the front leg, maybe even flex the front foot and relax your head. Inhale and exhale, runner's lunge, come to high lunge. Really strong left leg here. Inhale and exhale. Ready for spinal twist to the left side. Looking back again. Inhale, exhale, come forward. Move your blocks or books away. Plank. Come down. And come to cobra again. And child pose. Inhale and exhale. Up dog, knees off the floor. And come back, down dog. Up on your toes, bend your knees, step or jump to the front again. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Inhale, reach out and up. Palms in front of your heart center. Moving on. Let's take, if you have a belt or something else, even have a towel. Well, not for this pose, maybe. Or if you have a yoga strap. Engage your core muscles, bending your right knee. You want to take your strap under the foot here. I'll show this from the side, maybe easier. So you can bend your right knee, hips are square to the front. Stay here and see if you can straighten your leg. And maybe move your right hand down the strap here. If this is not accessible, maybe you're bending your knee more, you can do that. Or if you don't want to use the strap, you can just hold the knee here instead. That's an option. So from here, take your right leg out to the side. Show it from the front. I know you're standing on one leg very long. Take it down if it's too much. So when you're out here, look at something in front of you that doesn't move. That helps. Breathe. Coming forward again. From here, take your left hand to the strap. Right arm goes back. Some of you may be able to look back here. Again, don't worry if your knee is bent or don't use the strap at all. Come forward and let go. Shake it out. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale. One more time. Let's do the other side. So, strap under the left foot. Find your balance. Find your drishti. You can maybe be able to extend the foot. Breathing. And another thing, don't take your legs so high. Maybe you're down here today. And extend the leg out to the left side. Breathe here. Come to the middle. Switch hands again. So, right hand is holding the strap. Left arm behind you. Maybe look back. Looking forward again. And let go of the foot. Inhale and exhale. Shake it out. It's really easy to tense up if it's a difficult pose. Strap again. This time, you want it as wide, so you want the strap to be straight. Be able to have it over your head and even back here. You want to keep your arms straight and the strap straight. So play with that. Let's get started in the front. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale. Really feel this in your shoulders. And next time the strap is in front of you, just hold it here. You're pressing your hands away from each other. You should feel this in your arms. Inhale up and back. Press away again. Your shoulders are close together, your shoulder blades. And come up. Let's go from side to side. So press all four corners of your feet into the floor, leaning over to the right. Inhale up and left. Move with your breath. You want to go a little slower maybe or faster. Listen to your body. And next time you're over to the right side, just stay here. Side bend is deeper than when we started the class. Inhale up, exhale left. And come up. Let's go from side to side here. Turning to the right and the left. Hips forward. And stay looking over to the right side. So square your hips to the front here. And other side. And let go. Shake it out. Your strap or belt close by. We're going to use it soon again. Front of the mat. Big step back with your right foot. Coming to warrior 2. Shoulders over your hips. Knee over your ankle. You should be able to see the big toe, but not your little toe. Back leg is straight. Breathing here. And looking over your left hand. Extended side angle is the next one. And I will do it with a block today. So if you want to do it with a prop, get your block or book or whatever you're using. And some of you may want to have it higher, some of you lower, or not at all. From warrior 2, come forward and down, and place your hand on the block, on the outside of your left foot. Really press the outer edge of your right foot into the floor here, and then maybe your right arm over your head. Breathe here. Two more breaths. And slowly come up, warrior 2. straighten your left leg, triangle pose, so hips come back and you come forward with your torso. Look over your left hand again. Inhale and exhale, come forward and down. Placing your hand on the block again, maybe extended side angle. And come all the way up. Using a strap again if you want. Take the strap in your right hand. Bending your right elbow, press back. Take a few breaths here. Left arm out, palm facing back. And then grab a hold of the strap. So I'll show from, from the back. Some of you may be able to connect your hands. Otherwise, just press here. You're holding the strap, opening up your heart. Shoulder blades come more together here. The feet are wide, parallel, and from here, fold in half. And mindful, so your weight is more towards the balls of the feet than your heels. Breathe. And even engage the muscles over your kneecaps. And let go of your strap. You can put it to the side. And fold in half. Relaxing your head, hands between your feet. Walk your hands forward. Turn your heels in and come up. A few times, sit down and extend. One more time. And goddess pose. You can have your palms together or arms out. So press your knees back here. See how low you can sit. Maybe a little lower, breathing. And come up. Turning to the right side. Warrior two. Extended side angle pose. So again, if you want to do it on the block, place it on the outside of your right foot. Extra attention to the outer edge of the back foot. Really press it into the floor. And then arm overhead. One more inhale and exhale here. And come all the way up. Triangle pose. Inhale, exhale, come forward. And head on the block maybe again. Straight legs. Slowly come up. Turn your right foot in. Grab your strap again. This time in your left hand. Bending your elbow. Open up here. Right arm out. And grab the strap behind you. Stay up for a few breaths. And then fold here. Really opening up and try and relax your shoulders at the same time. Weight to the balls of your feet. Slowly place the strap side, fold in half again, hands in between your feet, head, jaw relaxed. Walk your hands forward, heels in, sitting down, goddess pose, starfish. A few times up and down. And goddess pose, knees out to the sides again. Sit down, use those legs. And slowly come up. You can heel toe your feet together, shake it out. One more standing pose before we come down to the floor. Take your belt or strap again behind you. Coming into warrior 3. So you can stand middle of the mat and then take a step back with your right foot. So you can have the strap middle of the foot, I would say. You want straight arms here. Engage your core. Torso comes forward. And see if you can take that right foot off the floor. So leg is straight. Some of you just want to stay here with the right foot off the floor. Just a few inches off the floor. Rest of us, micro bend your left knee and send your right leg up. Forming a T, coming to warrior 3. I came out of the pose. Try again. Breathe here. And then you can straighten your right, or your left leg if you want, or both legs straight. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Slowly come down. I could feel that one. Let's do the other leg. So again, we're just playing, doing the poses a little different. You may discover that some things really work for you and some don't. So both legs straight to start with, strong legs. And you can micro bend your right knee, fold forward, forming that T. Straighten both legs and flex the left foot. Usually have one side that's easier than the other. Breathing and come down. Good job. Inhale and exhale. Squatting position. Again, using blocks, maybe even 2 blocks this time, and sit on them. Elbows on the inside of the knees pressing out and knees pressing in. Or if you have a bolster, you can sit on that too. I'll show that. Or no props. Even closing your eyes here. Really be active in this pose. Use your muscles. Good job, everyone. Coming to crow pose. So there are different levels, heights of blocks. So the higher you use, the easier it is to get into crow. If you don't need it or you don't want to try it, no problem. Putting the block down and then putting my feet on the block with the toes hanging in front of the block. So you're doing this because it helps you to get your hips up more. Hand position, about shoulder width apart, spreading your fingers, hips up, and then knees into your armpits or as high as you can. Really engage your core here and look forward, tilt forward. So this may be enough for you today. You can just feel you're resting here. Some of you may want to try, take one foot off the floor, or maybe both. Breathe I know it could be a scary pose. Just take it to your edge. Try it a few times, and when you're ready, come down again. You can just try it maybe 2 times or so. Then when you are ready, come out of the pose and come to child pose with wide knees, big toes touching. Center yourself again. Feel your breath. Bring awareness to your body and your mind. Slowly come up. Hero pose, next one. 2 options. Of course, you don't have to do any props again. I will use a wider block to sit on. First, I usually take calf muscles out to the sides, tops of the feet to the floor. If you have an ankle problem, you can have a little towel and place it under the ankles here. Sit here. If you want to do this with a bigger bolster or pillow, just sit on the bolster. Show it from the side here. Once you're in the pose, even close your eyes. Take a few breaths here. And if you're using a prop, don't come all the way down, because we're trying to have a straight back if you're all the way down and not arching your back. We're doing the pose a little bit different. So this time we can arch, pressing your heart forward. But if you're all the way down with your props, just normal spine. And the same if you're on the block, you can place your hands, fingertips on the floor and open up here. Few more breaths here. Slowly come up. Camel pose, next one. I'm going to use the bolster, putting it wide. Yes, you could even use blocks if you need, and place them about shoulder width apart, or no props. Coming up here first, so you see your knees are about hip width apart. Sit back, hands on the bolster, pressing your hips forward. Look forward or let your head hang back. So pressing forward the whole time. You should have a good stretch. The front, your hips here. On the front of your legs. 2 more breaths here. And slowly come down. Inhale and exhale. Coming over, Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides. So elbows on the inside of the knees, pressing out, knees pressing in. So you want to have a straight back here. Don't worry how far down you get with your torso. So think forward with your torso instead of down. Stay here for a few breaths. And then you can relax your head. You can even put your forehead on a bolster, or maybe even on a block. It'll be more relaxing than to have it dangling if you're not reaching the floor. And slowly come up. Paschimottanasana. Extending your legs, flesh out of your sitting bones. Flex your feet. I will use my strap again here. Place it balls of the feet. So engage your leg muscles here, even the muscles above your kneecaps. Sitting straight, inhale and exhale, come forward. So you may have to move down the strap depending on how flexible you are. And just sit here with a straight spine. After a few breaths, see if your muscles are relaxed. Your body may invite you to get deeper into the pose. It's another thing I really like using props because you don't have to struggle that much, so your body can relax and you can usually get deeper into the pose. And let's go. Shake it out. You're doing great. Pigeon pose, next one. Keeping your right leg forward, left leg comes back. So bend the front knee, your right knee. So your hips straight to the front. A lot of people have problem under your right hip here. Some of you may want to take a blanket to sit on. Depends on how high you need to go to have that your hip square to the front. Some of you may use a block or nothing at all. So if you have a pillow, you can place that in front of you. Back leg is straight. Few breaths with your torso erect here. And if it works for you, you may want to come down. Again, you can use the bolster, rest on. Relaxing your hip area. Slowly come up. You can walk out your feet in down dog or just move your hips with your knees on the floor. Doing the same thing on the other side. So left leg forward this time. Back leg is straight. Maybe using a prop under your left hip here. I'm going to use the bolster again in front of me, sitting up straight to start with. Breathing into my muscles. And then when you're ready, maybe fold forward. One more inhale and exhale here. And slowly press yourself up. Take your right leg forward and over. Both sitting bones on the floor. Spinal twist. As always, you have an option. You can extend your left leg and flex the left foot if both sitting bones are not on the floor. Right arm behind you. Inhale and exhale and twist to the right side. Looking back. Giving your inner organs and digestive system some massage here. After a few breaths, see if you can get deeper into the twist maybe. I can really hear my body popping today. And come forward, switch legs. This time left arm behind you, sitting tall. Inhale and exhale, twist to the left side. And using props can also be something, maybe it feels good one day and the next you don't want to use it. So as always, listen to your inner voice. And come forward. Core work. I will be using a block. This may not work if you don't have a block book. I don't think will work, but you can do this without anything too. Long and arms overhead. Extend your legs. Inhale here. Come up. Block in between your feet. Shoulders off the floor. And then come down. Up. Take the block to your hands. So you can do this, as I said, without having a block. Just go back and forth here. Use your core. You can do this. Let's do a few more. One last time. And bend your knees. Hug them in. One more for the core. Obliques. Eagle arms and eagle legs. So take your right arm under the left and the right leg cross. Maybe you can hook your one leg under the other one here. Shoulders off the floor. So you're crunching knees and elbows together and then separate knees and elbows. You go in and out here. Breathing. I can feel this. We'll do a few more. And come down, 2 breaths. And other side. Left arm under, left leg over. Crunching again. Let's get started. Breathe, breathe, breathe the whole time. Let's do one more. And hug yourself. Maybe knees from side to side. And feet to the floor. Bridge pose. Using a block today. So place the block on the narrow side in between your knees here, and then you press your knees together. Heels in towards your buttocks. Palms to the floor. Press both feet into the floor and hips up to the ceiling. So you need to press that block, the knees into the block at the same time. Breathe here. And if you want, you can interlace your fingers and walk your shoulder blades as close as you can. 4 more breaths here. And slowly let go of your fingers. Come all the way down. One more bridge pose, this time a more relaxing variation. So you can use the block under your sacrum. So depending on how flexible your spine is, you may need to have it on the shorter side or the taller side, or you don't have to use one and do whatever we just did, what you did now. So I am going to use it on the high side. So don't go too high here. See what works for you. Knees parallel. And just rest here. Create some space in between your chin and your chest. Feel all the tension just melting away. And press your feet into the floor slowly. Remove the block. And you can come up and down on your spine a few times. Sit up. Inhale and exhale. We are doing shoulder stands. So for this, if you have a bolster or a big pillow, you can do that. And you may use some blankets too. I'll show the easiest pose first. So you can sit on the bolster and then come back on the floor. Legs up, flex your feet. So this still works. It's an excellent pose. You can just stay here. You can point your toes or whatever works for you. Maybe flex your feet. Stay there. Another option, if you feel that you're almost there, you use as many blankets you need. I'll use 2 here. So you want to have it as wide as possible so your upper arms are on the blankets. Your head is going to come off the blankets here. The shoulders align here with the blankets. And then come up, press your palms into the floor, feet overhead, and then walk your hands up the back. And as always, we're going to avoid displaying your elbows out too much. It's not the easiest pose. Breathe. And again, create some space in between your chin and your chest. And if you're all the way up, bend your knees, come down with your back. Hug yourself in, get rid of your blankets. If you want to take that further, you can go to plow after. I'm not doing that today. Inhale and exhale. Let's sit up. Just a short pranayama breathing before we come down and rest. Seated comfortable, cross-legged, close your eyes. Inhale through your nose. hold your breath. And exhale. Inhale, nose again. Hold it. And exhale. See if you can extend the exhale so it's a little bit longer than the inhale. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Again, longer exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Do a few on your own. And when you're done, just normal breathing in and out through your nose. See how your body feels after that, where your thoughts, where your mind is. And slowly come down on the floor. Just doing a spinal twist before relaxing Savasana. Knees into the chest. And take them over to the right side. Left arm over to the left side. You can even look over to the left if you want. And knees in. Just and left over to the left side, right arm out, and looking over to the right. Just neutralizing your spine here. And come to the middle, extend your legs, your arms. Inhale nose and exhale mouth. One more time. Savasana, final relaxation. Melt into the floor. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. Your forehead, shoulders and neck, some of the areas where we tense up without even thinking about it. And if you have time, of course, you can stay longer here, relaxing. For the rest of us, come over to the right side, resting on the upper right arm. Knees bent. Take a few breaths here. And when your eyes are still closed, if it's comfortable, come up to seated, cross-legged position. Feeling relaxed. Take a moment, scan your body. Bring awareness to your thoughts without judgment. Hopefully you experienced something different. Maybe you discovered a pose that felt a little different today, maybe better, maybe easier to do it, more stable, or maybe you discovered you did not like it. It's all good. You always learn something from each new experience. You have a legacy. How do you want to be remembered? What would live on when you no longer have your job, money, clothes, and all the stuff that you relied on to make up the stories you hope other people saw you living? What outshines all that is the depth of your love. How will you love today? Something to think about. Palms together in front of your heart center. Just thank yourself for being here today, for showing up. Thank you so much for being here, for your patience, for your practice. I truly enjoy it and appreciate it. Let's bow your head to seal your practice. Namaste.